Hello BookTube, and today I'm doing another Strikeback Videoathon, and we're going to do my favourite book romances. So here we go. So my first one for this one is a book that I think I've mentioned before that I quite like, and that is the romance in The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. Now this one is between Paige Mahoney and who is called the Pale Dreamer in this, and she has clairvoyant abilities which are outlawed in the city of London and the UK surrounds. She is taken capture in what's called the Bone Season, where every 10 years captured clairvoyants of the city are shipped off to one of, I think it's Oxford University, that's been abandoned. They are taken capture by a race of interdimensional interlopers, and she is taken charge of by someone called the Warden. Now the Warden, his full name is Arcturus Mesathrin. And he has glowing eyes, and he's very tall, and he's got all these abilities, but you're not allowed to touch any of these creatures. They're roughly humanoid. So they have an illicit sort of romance budding in this one, where, because he is actually the blood scion, he's betrothed to the Queen in their world. However, there's a dark side to the Warden, and he is actually technically being punished by that betrothal. They sort of, it's a bit Stockholm syndrome-y, but it's more they kind of rescue each other, because they find out through the book that there was actually an uprising many years beforehand, and the Warden was part of the uprising with the people who'd been taken as the Bone Season. My next author is one that I do mention a lot because she is one of my favourites. She is my favourite fantasy author, and that is Sarah Douglas. And my romance in the Dark Glass Mountains trilogy, and the first one is the Serpent Bride, is between Ishbel Brunel and Maximilian, the Lord of Elko Falling. Ishbel in this is actually been rescued at a very young age from a plague house that all the residents had, she'd been locked inside. She had been left to die but wasn't infected with the plague. She had been rescued and is actually the archpriestess in a serpent cult. Now, the serpent cult has ideas that there are going to be a royal marriage between her and Maximilian. She is A, unaware of it to begin with, but B, doesn't realise that it is actually fated in the stars. And their coming together brings back two bloodlines back together that were split apart in one of the earlier standalone books that Sarah Douglas had written. There's some amazing sections within these three books where they recreate the genetic memory of their ancestors within a tower that is completely within the thought realm. It's an amazing book, and it's an amazing series, and the surrounding story with it, there's so much going on. There's these starmen who have lost their ability to commune with the stars because of the lost gates that have shut down, and there are other people who've been betrayed and had their wings cut off so they can no longer commune with the stars either because they can't fly and get close to them. Amazing, amazing, amazing writer, amazing books. The next romance that I really do love is the Night Circus romance between Celia Brown and Marco Alastair. Now these are the two children at the start of the book who are pitted against each other, a magical contest, but set up by Celia's father and the adoptive father of Marco. Marco was adopted specifically for the use in this contest, and then their continuing romance happens during the moving around of the Night Circus, and this is one of those books that stays with me. I'm gonna have to read it again pretty soon because it's not fading, but I just want to relive it. It was truly amazing, and you get a serious book hangover after this one. My absolute favourite book romance that I have is a tiny little picture book, and it is Gus and Waldo's Book of Love. And these are two penguins who are utterly in love, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. I can't remember where I picked this up, but it starts from when they hadn't met yet and they're lonely, and just look, isn't it adorable? They're in love. The blurb on the back is gorgeous as well. No penguins were harmed in the making of this book. In fact, two have had a whale of a time, chatting each other up online, underwater kissing, shaking their booties to the latest MP3 downloads, shopping, then dropping, then shopping some more. Meet Gus and Waldo. Being in love has never been so much fun. I love this book. This has pride of place on a very high shelf in my lounge room. It's gorgeous. I read it to my nieces and nephews. So that is my favourite romances, and this is a Strike Back Videoathon. Remember to support your small booktubers with the hashtag StrikebackVideoAthon, and if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, hit me up in the comments section below, and happy reading.